protecting yourself from tow truck scams. Man, I know this is rampant out there. We have been victim of this. And what can you do to prevent it?
But before we start, let me take some fucking pills real quick. Man, that's a fucking painful topic.
Man, like, so this is probably the only one time that you're going to hear us promoting, like, this shit should be regulated, like, for sure.
Like, yeah, or the, you know, or the vigilanteism should be legal.
Yeah.
One or the other. So either regulate the towing or allow people to seek vigilante justice.
Yeah, because I'm sure everybody out there has some kind of experience in this, but you know, a tow bill could be $10,000 easy. Like what, 10 miles? Like I've seen it. We've been there. So, man, like what can you actually do in those situations? Yeah.
Number one, I would say a couple of things, like just learning from the mistakes. Again, a lot of mistakes that was done in our cases, the ones that we have dealt with, is not necessarily being caused by us. But I'm not going to say that we have nothing to do with that either. Because, for example, let's just use that Alabama scenario as an example. Our guy broke down about, I don't know, probably a couple miles away from the shop, from the tow truck company. Which we do both, tow truck and we do the repairs. So basically, he broke down in that small little town, and then he called in and got towed in. So he got towed, and obviously our trailer got towed with him. There was some problems with the truck, and now the repairs that was needed for that truck to run again run, what was it, like $9,000 or something like that?
Yeah, right around that ballpark.
Yeah, so we started to do some work, and the owner operator who was there, he accepted that work order. He accepted that estimate, I guess, without any means, as we know now, without any means or ability to pay the bill. And then he just caught the flight and went home. I don't know, maybe at that point he still believed that he's going to be able to get the money. Maybe he did something to get the money. Maybe he actually, ran around looking for money, maybe get a loan or something, and he wasn't able to. His story to us was, I'm going to fix it, and, it's all good. Then at some point it became obvious that, the tow truck company already did some work, plus the towing. And then he's no longer answering the calls. So, he owes money, and now nobody wants to pay the bill. So the tow truck company decided that we're gonna hold both pieces of equipment, his truck and our trailer, hostage until the bill is paid, which is actually, if we're looking just at the legal details, is not legal. You cannot hold other people equipment for somebody else's unpaid bill. However, that's a little town.
Everybody knows everybody, except the problem is nobody knows us.
Everybody knows everybody except us, and yes, and that was a long fight where first we wanted us to pay, like $10,000 just to get our trailer. We said absolutely no. So then we got the police involved, and we got somebody else involved. It was just a bad experience all around, and then we still couldn't get our trailer out. But on principle, we said we're not going to pay that bill because we're not. So it went as far as the tow truck company already went and applied for a salvage title.
Yeah.
On the abandoned trailer with the state of Alabama. So that again got us a lot more involved. We called every phone number that we were, able to call. And finally, I got a hold of something like, it's not an FBI, it's like Alabama type of FBI.
Okay.
So FBI of Alabama, not federal, but Alabama. And then, for the most part, the biggest problem is nobody wants to hear your story. Nobody cares about all the details. We just
but you also have to be careful in how you're telling the story, because the minute you start to explain it and it sounds civil, you're done.
Absolutely.
Owner-operator partnership is very real. I got tons of guys who are making $4,000 take-home. Learn how you can do that by giving me a call at 863-342-5171. We are conveniently located in Lakeland, Florida. We are a Florida-based trucking company that is here to provide you resources to be successful. So once again, it's 863-342-5171.
So, but at the same time, the other way is criminal against the tow truck company. Because here in Polk County, if I would do something like this, I would be freaking locked up.
Locked up, man, with no bail money.
So that's So finally, I was able to get a hold of the right person. All it took was just the right person. The only problem was that it happened too late. So between the time when the incident happened until the time when we picked up a trailer, it was about 4 or 5 months, something like that.
Way too long.
Way too long.
Yeah.
So basically, we ended up. And again, when I was talking to that cop, he was like, "Look, man, you can go to just a small claims court and get your money back, no problem." But again, we ended up only paying $4,000 for storage. We didn't pay the bill. We didn't pay all that bullshit that we wanted. But between the time when we started kind of trying to get our trailer out of there and the time when we got our trailer out of there, it's like, look, at this point, there is nothing I can do for you. You have to pay the storage bill regardless. So the other bill, forget about it.
Yeah.
And so that was still a win, but to me that was a loss. To me that was a big loss, because I think man, why the hell the local authorities in that town couldn't do the same freaking thing?
Yeah, that's that particular case. And then there's guys that'll say, one of the things to combat this is before you get towed, look for a reputable company. How real is that? Where are you breaking down? How many companies are you comparing? It's very limited choices in a lot of the situations.
Absolutely. So a couple of things. Number one, don't wait for the police to call the tow truck company. You want to be that person calling around, negotiating, and getting the best deal.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Because the police is just going to call the tow truck company that we have a contract with, and once the police calls, man, the rate is no longer the same.
Yeah, because, then you try to call, and a lot of times they're going to say, hey, no, we got someone on the way.
Yeah.
And now in your mind, that's an authority figure telling you that, and you think, okay, I'm safe. And and then you get smacked in the face with something like this.
Yeah, so the bill between you even with the same tow truck company, if you called first and negotiated the rate, it would be different when the cops called the tow truck company, and now we're telling you what the rate is. And that number can be freaking insane. Another thing, again, don't order any work that you cannot pay, because that's only gonna make the situation worse.
Right. Yep.
What else? I don't know.
I mean, one of the things that came to my mind that I can only really think of is a lot of insurance companies offer the towing. So if you signed up for something like that, I'm not really saying that you won't get price gouged because of that. But if you're in the situation, we would have had an ally, somebody with bigger pockets, deeper pockets, more lawyers, whatever.
Well, the only problem with that is, and yes and no. So number one, when you're getting the insurance, you want to make sure that the cleanup and tow portion that we're gonna cover is actually pretty high, because, for example, most of insurances we're trying to offer just $10,000. $10,000 is nothing. That's a tip. You want to have maybe no less than $25,000. Even if you have to pay a little bit more for insurance, you need the highest tow limit that you can get. And some companies, we have policies. So, for example, there are some, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know there is some companies that we would not offer any tow over $10,000. But let's just say that's not a problem. Let's say you can pick another carrier that's going to offer a good tow, coverage. The problem is it's only going to work if you in an accident.
Right.
If it's just a breakdown, then it's no go.
There you go. See.
So if it's a breakdown, I think simple as that. Keep it simple. Keep it realistic. And if you don't know if you're gonna be able to get the money for the to pay the repairs, at least don't order nothing extra. Just get it towed and stored away, and then figure it out at that point. Because in that specific case, the biggest damage was done when the individual who had no means to pay for anything started ordering stuff.
So here we go, guys. Be aware. Let our experience serve as a learning one for yourself. If you've ever been in a situation similar to this, what was your outcome? What did you do that we did not? Put it in the comments below. And as always, drive safe and be safe. And
don't get towed. Don't get towed. Oh, like, share, subscribe. We're looking to be at 250,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and we're currently at 25, so we have ways to go.
All right, guys, be good.